I just keep trying to push forward on this van restoration. So let's get into it. I got this universal windshield washer pump kit. We're going to see how I can get this thing mounted to the firewall here. This is the original windshield washer reservoir and pump, and it would mount right here with 2 screws directly right there. Now that's really in the way. I wonder if vans that originally had power brakes had the washer pump and reservoir in the same place. This van did not have power brakes originally. I just installed the booster bracket. Let's see what's included in this. Some hose that I probably won't use. I probably won't use hardly any of this stuff. There's a connector, some hardware, some extra nozzles, a T, and some wire connectors. And then there's a button in case you don't have a factory switch. I definitely don't want to look through that grill right there and see a white washer jug, so I'm painting it black. There's the first coat. While that's drying, I've got some of these wires over here, looking at them. I'm going to try to use the original part of the wiring harness. The bracket is in place, but I'm going to wait because there's some lines that go in behind this. I might as well wait and put it on. This actually hides really well in behind the booster bracket. And down through here, loops through. And I will cut that to length when we get it installed. I'm gonna make sure this thing actually works before I put it on and leave it for months. You won't be able to return it to the seller if you wait too long. Yeah. I don't have any help right now, so I'm just gravity bleeding the brakes, waiting for them to start dripping, and then I'll close up the connection at the drum. Keep adding a little bit more and watching. I started with the furthest brake, the right rear, then the left rear. Now the right front is what I'm on now. I'll finish off with the left front. All right, it's update time. Got this painted, the windshield wiper motor. You may remember in last video, I had to fix it. It is working. I'm gonna install it now. I wanna put some sort of clamps on this brake line before I put the washer, pump, and canister on. And concerning that canister, I painted it black, and it's just not going to work out because it very easily scratches off. So I was thinking some sort of cover for that, and then it hit me, I could maybe wrap it in a black pantyhose and keep it from chipping, and it would keep a black color. We'll see how that works. Do you remember in a previous video I was talking about these 2 oil pans? This one is the oil pan from the 240, and this is the 300. The 240 has a dipstick that goes into the pan. The 300 has a dipstick that goes into the engine block. And as you may know if you've seen my previous videos, I'm going with a 300 cubic inch. Problem with the 300 cubic inch oil pan is that on a van you need a super long dipstick to where you can access the dipstick from the hood. And I would not be able to do that with the 300 unless I find some other dipstick. So I was wondering if I could use the 240 oil pan on the 300. I'm going to do a couple of measurements here. That's 9 1/4 deep. And this one is about 8 3/4 deep. So the 240 is actually deeper. We've also got a slightly different shape in the middle. This is pretty shallow over here on the 300. It's a bit deeper here. It's got a little well here. So in an effort to prevent any kind of trouble, I'm just going to use the 300 oil pan for the 300 cubic inch engine and modify my dipstick or find a correct long van dipstick for a 300. Clean this oil pan up on the inside, and then on the outside with that wire wheel, I will need to clean that up with some degreaser and then paint it. The engine is still in the shop for a couple more weeks maybe, and in the meantime I can probably paint that oil pan the same color as the old 240. Can't go wrong with the old Ford blue. What do you think? So this is painted up and working, but when I put it all together, I saw something I don't like. On the arm here, everything's nice and tight here and at the other pivot point. But right here where this arm right here attaches to the wiper motor, it is extremely loose. I went back and looked at when I took it off and I didn't see anything fall off of it, but is there some sort of nylon washer that's supposed to keep that tight? More research to do. You may be wondering, Kevin, why are you wearing a 30-year-old hat? And why do you have pantyhose wrapped around your neck? I've been a Lions fan for over 34 years, and they're one win away from the Super Bowl. So I wish them good luck. And on to the pantyhose. We're gonna wrap this painted tank with pantyhose because the paint does not stick well to this plastic, and I want it to be black because it shows through the grill really easily. So I stole these pantyhose out of my wife's closet. She will probably kill me. Okay. If you're watching this video several years down the road, check on my channel and see if I made any more videos. This may be my last video if I'm 6 feet under. So it's been freezing cold and I haven't got a lot done with the van, but there's more to come. We're gonna get more done. The engine is coming soon. We'll be putting it in. We'll get this thing rolling. The brakes should work soon. Put the wheels and tires back on it. Maybe hook a battery up to it and see what electrical items need to be done. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And that way you can see the van running and driving someday. I'm a slow worker, but I enjoy what I do, you know? See you next time.